We also convert feature to We specialize in a number of things. One, we convert conventional fuel-powered vehicles into electric, what we call retrofitting. We are also specialists in battery assembly, and we look at what we call lithium-ion batteries. And these batteries are used mostly in electric vehicles, that is two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and as well as four-wheelers. And also we also make vehicles for special cases and special use cases. For example, we have what we call the quad bikes, and these can even be fitted with a forked jembe for tilling. And we also make things like hand carts, electric hand carts, which can be used to carry loads in excess of half a ton, etc., etc. So we have a lot of knowledge, skills, and we're well poised to take e-mobility to the next level. We have our tuk-tuks, and our tuk-tuks mostly we design the battery packs from scratch, and currently we are in the process of designing and making Kenya's first solar-powered electric tuk-tuk. So with this tuk-tuk, we shall give it an extra 30% of mileage by tapping into the energy coming from the sun. And this is going to save in a lot of money in terms of the cost of running the businesses. The other thing I want to mention how EV is helping in terms of environmental conservation. For every 1 liter of petrol consumed in the internal combustion engine, an equivalent of 2.31 kg of CO2 is released. So if you do the math of the number of vehicles multiplied by the number of liters of petrol and diesel, because diesel even produces more CO2 than petrol, you can see that our environment is being polluted. Recently we've seen sporadic weather patterns, things like El Nino phenomenon. We are experiencing long spells of drought, and these can be attributed to climate change. So e-mobility is coming in very, very handy to help reverse the effects of global warming. And if as many people as possible would embrace this new technology, we are going to have a cleaner environment, we are going to work easier, we are going to enjoy life. Because imagine we are depleting our minerals, because of course petrol is mined, petroleum products are mined, and eventually we are going to run out of petroleum products. So why not run to the e-mobility? We can tap the energy from the sun, for example, to have what we call the solarized solar charging stations, like we are designing one, whereby, for example, the boda riders, as they are waiting for their customers, the shed can be made of the solar panels, so they can be charging their motorcycles as they wait for the next customer. We can also design and make what we call solar PV farms, where you make power from a centralized photovoltaic plant, and then you're able to distribute that through the existing power grid using a tracker. So I see immense potential with EVs, and EV is here to stay. I would say that in other countries EV has really taken shape. If you go to the east, Asia, and to the west, go to North America and Europe, those counterparts of ours, they are miles ahead of us because they have really embraced these technologies. China, I understand, more than 50% of their vehicles are now electric. So as a country, I think we now need to start embracing these paradigm shifts, so that as a country, we can also be well poised to go with the global trends. So e-mobility, maybe one advantage is that it's absolutely quiet in terms of the run and the ride. So you wouldn't get that vibration you get with the conventional engines, because there's nothing vibrating there, especially for the motorcycles. So it's absolutely cool and quiet. There are no vibrations. So when you're riding that, it's a completely silent vehicle, and the level of comfort is unparalleled. The other thing is cost savings. E-mobility is here to save on the cost, because like again I said, charging a bike versus refueling, side-by-side comparison, you're saving in excess of 50%. So like for example, if you load 100 shillings worth of tokens, you can use the same to do a mileage that would cost you 200 shillings in a matatu. So this thing is actually saving in terms of costs, saving in terms of the environment, and it's also saving in terms of health. So there wouldn't be no sicknesses emanating from inhaling those fumes and gases coming from the combustion engines. And then the environment, of course, is going to be safe and secure. So I would really advocate anybody watching this to embrace e-mobility, and the faster we do it, the better. But I'm glad that Kenya is leading in e-mobility adoption in Africa. We have currently overtaken South Africa. We are now leading, even in terms of investments coming the e-mobility way. So I would really thank most of the Kenyans who have gone the e-mobility way. We've seen a number of vehicles on our highways, especially the two-wheelers, even the service providers for courier services, for deliveries, for passengers. So we've seen a number of them going for EVs. That means they have seen, the cost savings coming from EVs. So EV is here to stay. So on the part of Ecomobilus, we are equally thrilled to be part of this humongous journey that is going to shape the future of this country by providing straightforward solutions ranging from electric boda bodas, electric tuk-tuks, customized vehicles like hand carts. We are designing new products. We are doing batteries for energy storage, for solar. We have smart batteries that can be integrated with what we call the Internet of Things, or the IoT, such that you can control your gadgets remotely at the comfort maybe of your office. You can switch on lights, switch off lights, automation of lighting, automation of all this kind of stuff. So all these technologies are coming in handy at a point where technology is really advancing. So as a country, I believe we are well poised. Again, our academic institutions, they also need to rethink the curricula and the curriculum they are teaching our citizens, especially now with the trends. We need maybe to have an introduction of such a curriculum, and I'm glad that Ecomobilus has spearheaded the training on e-mobility with a number of institutions. One of them is Kenyatta University, where we are domiciled, and we have several others who are coming on board so that we can educate the citizens of this country the benefits of e-mobility and how to go about it. Some of our engineers, we have electrical and electronic engineers, so we are adding the bit of e-mobility so that they can gain the skills maybe on battery assembly, drivetrain assembly, and most of the other engineering things that pertain e-mobility. So it's a whole spectrum that involves a number of players. The government again has come in very handy with policy that is going to facilitate easy, fast tracking of e-mobility adoption in the country and beyond. We now have a policy on e-mobility. We have a policy on energy from the EPRA, that is the Energy, Petroleum and Regulatory Authority. So they're doing a tremendous job in that. And then again, we saw some time back our president campaigning for e-mobility. We still have seen him, on public occasions ride in e-mobility vehicles. So that's again a plus, and we hope that as many Kenyans as possible are going to see this as an opportune moment to go for e-mobility solutions.